Okay, so one more point. Be ready for this weekend also, guys. I will be, taking your extra session for Java Selenium because the syllabus is very vast. So please be ready. I will update you in, like maybe one day before. Okay. So like जो कल हुआ वैसे नहीं होगा, right ना? Fine. तो I will update you because I thought कि मैंने आपको update किया है, so इसलिए I have directly joined the session and at 11 a.m. nobody was there. Only two students, Suraj and Aditi. Okay. So to please from this weekend be ready. Maybe on Saturday I will take your extra session maybe for 2 hours. Okay, because we are going to start now. This is a 1 week that we are going to cover our remaining Java topics. Okay, some interesting OOPS principle and all, and then I will be starting with Selenium WebDriver. So be ready for at least one day. Okay, I'm not asking on Sunday, but maybe Saturday you guys are available. So please, right? ओके सो एक दो असाइनमेंट्स बस रिमेनिंग थे, जैसे कि पैलिंड्रोम कैसे करना है, एमस्ट्रॉन्ग कैसे करना है. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन दिस लॉजिक, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो व्हाट इज पैलिंड्रोम नंबर? आई हैव जस्ट एक्सप्लेन यू द बेसिक. लाइक पैलिंड्रोम नंबर का मतलब होता है कि जैसे कोई नंबर है, कोई भी नंबर को रिवर्स करो, जैसे कि 1 2 3 है, 1 2 3 को रिवर्स करो, 3 2 1 मिलेगा. बोथ आर इक्वल? यस, टेल मी, क्या बोथ नंबर्स आर इक्वल? नो, बोथ नंबर्स आर नॉट इक्वल. सो दिस इज नॉट पैलिंड्रोम. ठीक है, ये पैलिंड्रोम नंबर नहीं है. तो पैलिंड्रोम मतलब कौन सा नंबर? जैसे कि 1 to 1, इसको रिवर्स आपने किया तो रिवर्स किया तो क्या मिलेगा? सेम नंबर मिलेगा, 1 to 1 ओनली, है ना? सो दिस इज कॉल्ड पैलिंड्रोम नंबर. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ वी कैन रिवर्स एनी नंबर. पहला लॉजिक हम सीखेंगे, हाउ टू रिवर्स एनी नंबर. कोई भी नंबर को रिवर्स कैसे करना है. इट्स वेरी सिंपल गाइस. तो गाइस 1 2 3 को रिवर्स करने के लिए वी नीड टू सेपरेट आउट दिस कंप्लीट नंबर फ्रॉम एवरी डिजिट. तो पहले मुझे लास्ट डिजिट रिक्वायर्ड है. हाउ यू विल गेट दिस लास्ट डिजिट? देखो, कोई भी नंबर को अगर 10 से डिवाइड करोगे तो देखो इसका रिजल्ट क्या मिलेगा. 10 से डिवाइड करो, दैट मीन्स 10 ones are 10. Okay, you will get 23. 10 twos are 20. So what is coming here? Can you just observe this beauty? कोई भी नंबर को 10 से डिवाइड करोगे, आपको ये जो क्वोशंट वाला पार्ट है यहाँ पे मिल रहा है 12, एंड रिमाइंडर वाला जो पार्ट है वहां पे क्या मिल रहा है? इट इज 3. सो हो गया आपका सेम नंबर 123. सो इफ यू वांट टू सेपरेट आउट, दिस नंबर, ओके, लास्ट डिजिट को सेपरेट करना है, तो यू जस्ट नीड टू कैलकुलेट दिस रिमाइंडर. हाउ यू विल गेट अ रिमाइंडर गाइस? डू यू रिमेंबर विच ऑपरेटर हेल्प यू टू गेट द रिमाइंडर? इट्स अ मॉड ऑपरेटर. हाँ, अगर आपने लिखा 123 मॉड 10 करो तो ये रिटर्न करेगा 3. 123 डिवाइड 10 करो, ये रिटर्न करेगा 12. सो मतलब रिमेनिंग नंबर. सो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू? अगेन 12 है तो चलो 12 को भी डिवाइड करेंगे. 12 10s are, yes, what is the answer? See again, 10 ones are 10, you will get 2. Got the separation of the number. So again आपने जब 12 mod 10 करोगे you will get 2, एंड 12 डिवाइड 10 करोगे आपको मिलेगा 1. फिर से एक ही नंबर रिमेनिंग है, तो 1 को जब आप सेपरेट आउट करने की कोशिश करोगे, दैट मीन्स 10 से डिवाइड करो. ऑब्वियसली पहले 0 0 1, and then you can start with the point and then you can add 10 ones are 10. Okay, in this way you can perform the division. But what is the integer? See, whenever you are doing any operation on integer number, you will get a result in integer only, right? तो यहाँ पे रिमाइंडर आपको मिलेगा 1 एंड क्वोशंट आपको मिलेगा 0. ओनली दिस इज द लॉजिक यू नीड टू यूज. तो क्या करना है देखो, रिवर्स करने के लिए फर्स्ट आई विल टेक वन वेरिएबल. मिनट. Okay, first I will take one variable, that is number. Let's say number is 123. I will take one reminder variable. I will take one, let's say, what I can take? I can take only sum variable, something. Okay, sum is 0. So what is the logic? We have to iterate every time. जितना number है हमें हर एक value को separate out करना है, हर एक digit को separate out करना है, right? So what we are going to do? We are going to iterate the number. But how many times, guys? It depends on the number only. Maybe today you have 3-digit number. Maybe tomorrow you have some 1 2 3 4 4-digit. Maybe 1 2 4 5. इस वैसे भी number हो सकता है 5-digit 6-digit. It can be any number. So iteration, number of iterations are not fixed, it depends on the number only. So क्या करोगे? Whenever number of iterations are not fixed, in that case which loop we can follow? Do you remember? If you know how many iterations you need to simple follow, तो हम for loop follow करेंगे. But जब iteration fix नहीं होंगे, उस केस में follow क्या किया जाएगा? While loop. So you are just going to use while number is greater than 0. अगर ये number greater than 0 है तो क्या करो? तो perform करो operation. कौन सा operation? See, very first I just want remainder. Let me write REM, remainder. What is remainder here? I will say how to calculate remainder. जो भी number है, number यहाँ पे है num नाम के variable में, तो number mod 10 करो, है ना, हमें remainder मिलेगा. Yes. Then हमें original number को भी calculate करना है, तो I will say number is equal to number divided by 10. And finally हम एक simple calculation यहाँ पे लिखेंगे. Sum is equal to, you just need to write sum into 10. Okay, sum into 10 plus remainder. That's it. This is the logic for reverse number. अब पहले पढ़ो कि ये काम कैसे करेगा. Let's understand. तो first I have taken one variable that is a number. फिर मैंने अप्लाई किया एक while loop. So what is a while loop? क्या मेरा number greater than 0 है? Yes. And then I have calculated remainder part and I have calculated this sum part. Yeah, only this is the point. Fine. तो इतने सारे variables हमने declare किए हैं. Let's understand the tracing part now. So very first I will start with number. What is a number? 123 is a number. So क्या 123 greater than 0 है? Condition true. If it is true, tell me the remainder part. क्या मिला remainder आपको? Obviously 123 को 10 से mod करोगे 3 मिलेगा, है ना. उसके बाद हमने कैलकुलेट किया है नंबर. नंबर में क्या नंबर बनेगा फिर? अगर 3 सेपरेट होता है तो नंबर में बस 12 मिलेगा. ये सभी मैंने शो किया था कैसे करना है. yes or no? 123 divided by 10. 10 ones are 10. So you will get here what? I can say 23. And 10 twos are 20. So finally आपको क्या मिलेगा? You will get here 3. Correct? So 12 ये number है. Divide करने के बाद this is the output. And remainder mod करने के बाद this is the output. Done? Yes. After that what we have written? We have written one sum statement. Calculate करो. Sum का original value है 0. So tell me 0 into 10 plus 3. What is the answer? कोई भी number से 0 को multiply करो, answer is 0. 0 plus 3. So what is the answer of sum now? 3. Sum is currently 3. So can I write here? Sum is also 3. Okay, done. Then what will happen? It will again go to that particular number. It will check that. Again condition. Number is greater than 0. तो yes, still your number 12 is greater than 0 true है. True है तो फिर से रिमाइंडर कैलकुलेट होगा. तो tell me 12 का रिमाइंडर कितना मिलेगा? 2. नंबर कितना मिलेगा? It will be 1, है ना. एंड फिर कैलकुलेट करो सम. What is the sum here? ओरिजिनल सम का वैल्यू था 3. So now see, sum अब 3 है तो 3 into 10. What is the remainder this time? It is 2. What is the answer? 30 plus 2, you will get 32. ठीक है. इसके बाद क्या होगा? One more time it will check the condition. क्या फिर भी number greater है? Yes, 1 is greater than 0. Condition true. It will come inside, it will check the remainder. अब जब 1 को 10 से डिवाइड करोगे, पहला होगा 0 का आपका कैलकुलेशन, राइट. ओके, आई एम सो सॉरी. हियर you will get 0 and 1 only. So remainder आपको मिलेगा 1, है ना. नंबर क्या मिलेगा? Obviously 0, right? And now calculate sum. So अभी का कैलकुलेशन के अकॉर्डिंग sum is equal to 32. 32 into 10 plus 1. Tell me 320 plus 1, 321. So got the result 321. So remainder का करंट वैल्यू है 1, नंबर का करंट वैल्यू है 0 एंड एक्चुअल आंसर रिवर्स लॉजिक का आंसर कहाँ पे है? सम वेरिएबल के अंदर. सो हो गया क्या 123 का रिवर्स? यस. एवरीबडी क्लियर? तो चलो लेट्स राइट द सेम लॉजिक इन द प्रोग्राम नाउ. जस्ट ऑब्जर्व हियर. आई विल बी शोइंग यू दिस नेक्स्ट लॉजिक. दिस वाज रिमेनिंग. And then we will proceed today with a very beautiful concept that is called array. Okay, so I'm not going to waste so many time on this. It is very very simple. Just focus karo. And not every time this is the case that you will get this kind of questions only, but still integer. Okay, I will be declaring some num, that is 1 2 3. So suppose remainder is equal to no remainder, and I just want to define only sum is equal to 0. Only these three variable I'm going to declare. Okay, I guess मैंने use किया है, तो let me take num1 and sum1. Already the variables we have used I guess previously. Yes, यहाँ पे कहीं पे तो use किया होगा, हाँ number use किया है. So let me take num1 sum1. Fine. And this time I will write a logic while number 1 greater than 0. जब तक ये 0 से greater है तब तक loop आपका continue होगा. क्या करेगा loop में? Obviously remainder is equal to number mod 10. Fine. Then हम लिखेंगे number is equal to number. Okay, so sorry, number 1, right? Just need to update number 1. Number 1 divided by 10. Yes. And then we will write sum1 is equal to sum1 into 10 plus that remainder. This is the logic. Fine. And see, at this time I will be writing my output. So I just want reverse number. Okay, let me write reverse number is, क्या मिलेगा आंसर? कहाँ पे है आंसर? It is inside a sum. Sorry, sum1. Correct? See this. So 123 का reverse number क्या मिलेगा? 321. Can you see 321? If you want that proper output, what you have to do? Just write it here. Reverse number of which number? तो आप वो number भी यहाँ पे add कर सकते हो, जैसे कि of के बाद I will just complete the this equal, क्या बोल सकते हैं, double quotes, and then I can add here that number 1. Okay, where the number it is, and then finally we can start with this is. Okay, and we can simple write this answer. Let's see what is the answer then. So we should get something like this. Reverse number of 123 is 321. Okay, reverse number of 0 is 321. Why we are getting 0? Yes, because number का current value क्या है? It is 0 ना? What is the current value of number? It is 0. So if you want exact output, do one thing. आप यहीं पे एक और variable declare करो. Temp is equal to number 1. And instead of number 1, I will be writing here now temp. ठीक है? अब देखो. If you execute, so it is getting now reverse number of 123 is 321. Done. अब बस हमें क्या चेक करना है? पैलिंड्रोम. तो कैसे चेक करोगे? अब जो रिवर्स नंबर है एंड ओरिजिनल नंबर है, यू जस्ट नीड टू चेक दैट कि बोथ नंबर्स आर इक्वल. तो गाइस जनरली हम कौन सा ऑपरेटर फॉलो करेंगे? इक्वल टू ऑपरेटर. क्या 123 इक्वल टू 321? इफ ट्रू देन ओनली यू शुड गेट दैट रिजल्ट नंबर इज पैलिंड्रोम. तो क्या करना पड़ेगा? वी कैन अप्लाई इफ कंडीशन वेयर द नंबर इज अवेलेबल इन टेम्प. बिकॉज नंबर 1 से कंपेयर करोगे तो 0 से कंपेयर होगा. तो बेटर वे फॉलो टेम्प. टेम्प इज इक्वल टू व्हाट? आई विल से whether my temp is equal to which number guys? sum1. correct? अगर sum1 से मैच होगा तो ही मुझे आना चाहिए आंसर. that temp is what? I will say temp is temp, then I will add in this is palindrome. Copy, and then we will write here else what? See, temp is not palindrome. तो बचाओ. Yes, tell me. Number 1 123 है, तो क्या ये palindrome है? नहीं ना. This is not a palindrome number because reverse उसका अलग है. So this time you should get the answer. This is not a palindrome. Yes, can you see this? 123 is not a palindrome. But suppose मैंने दिया 121, then see. This time it should print. Yes, 121 is palindrome. Yes, can you see this? 121 का reverse है 121 only. And yes, it is a palindrome number. So this is the case. Only understand how to reverse a number, you are able to write so many logics on the same. तो रिवर्स करना, उसके बाद जस्ट चेक करो कि क्या ओरिजिनल नंबर एंड द रिवर्स नंबर बोथ आर सेम. अगर सेम है तो पैलिंड्रोम, नहीं है तो नॉट पैलिंड्रोम. आई होप दिस पॉइंट इज क्लियर टू एवरीबॉडी. अब इसके बाद एक और लॉजिक है, बट आई जस्ट वांट टू से दैट लॉजिक यू गाइस ट्राई. ओके, I will be giving you some hint. एक और कंसेप्ट है, जैसे कि व्हाट इज मीन बाय आर्मस्ट्रांग नंबर, ठीक है। आर्मस्ट्रांग नंबर, इट इज अगेन अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लॉजिक। तो आर्मस्ट्रांग नंबर मतलब सिंपल, जैसे कि 153 इज आर्मस्ट्रांग नंबर। कैसे? तो एवरी नंबर, ओके, व्हाट यू हैव टू डू फॉर एवरी नंबर, वॉट एवर द डिजिट विल बी देयर, फॉर एवरी डिजिट यू जस्ट नीड टू डू क्यूब। सो 1 cube plus 5 cube and 3 cube. And after making cube and adding these three different number together, if you are getting same number, so original number and after cube and addition, if you are getting same number, then it is called Armstrong number. Are you understanding? So ये logic है, 153 is Armstrong, 153 का digits का cube करो, addition करो, you will get the same number. So it is a Armstrong number. But ये करेंगे कैसे? Very simple. Now you are aware कि digit को separate out कैसे करना है। Only पूरा प्रोग्राम सेम है, ओनली चेंज कहाँ पे होगा? सम। हमने पैलिंड्रोम में लिखा है कि एवरी टाइम हमें सम को ऐड मल्टीप्लाई करना है 10 से, देन हम रिमाइंडर को ऐड करेंगे। बट हियर वी डोंट नीड टू डू दैट ना, हमें एवरी रिमाइंडर का बस क्यूब करना है। आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? एवरी रिमाइंडर का बस क्यूब करो एंड ऐड करो। सो इंस्टेड ऑफ दिस लॉजिक व्हाट यू गाइस आर गोइंग टू डू, सम इज इक्वल टू व्हाट यू हैव टू राइट, रिमाइंडर क्यूब प्लस रिमाइंडर क्यूब प्लस रिमाइंडर। ओके, क्यूब मतलब आई विल से ओनली रिमाइंडर प्लस रिमाइंडर। यस और नो? कितने टाइम? 3 टाइम ना? यस और नो? एंड ओनली प्लस से काम होगा? यस। व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट हियर? यू विल बी से लाइक सपोज 3 है तो 3, लेट मी राइट डाउन, suppose first of all 3 plus 3 plus 3, what is the cube? 3 का क्यूब कितना है? 27. So we are not able to see that ना, तो हमें मल्टीप्लाई करना है 3 into 3 into 3, सिंपल। सो जस्ट एडिशन के इंस्टेड मल्टीप्लाई का आउटपुट करो तो आपको मिलेगा क्यूब। यस, दिस इज द कंसेप्ट। फाइन। So do the just this kind of logic you can implement, guys. It's very simple. पूरा कंसेप्ट सेम है, while loop is also same, only the thing is what you have to change it, you have to simple make the changes here in this logic. हमें अब कोई भी सम वन के ऊपर काम नहीं करना है, we just need to write remainder into remainder into remainder. क्यूब करो and yes, what you can do, you can add it ना, every time it should add, so sum 1 plus all 3 remainders you can add. Yes, add this logic also, otherwise ये वर्क नहीं होगा। ऐसे लिखो, sum is equal to sum plus and you just need to add this remainder into remainder, that's it. Only do this part. Yes everyone, is that clear? करके देखोगे? It's very simple because same logic and yes, क्या चेक करोगे फाइनली यहाँ पे? ओरिजिनल नंबर एंड ये सम, अगर दोनों इक्वल है तो वो क्या है? आर्मस्ट्रांग है, otherwise it is not an Armstrong number. Is that clear? So ये logic आप लोग try करो. This is only logic I have given here and this is the simple logic hint कि आप simple cube करो and इसको add करो. That is the final you will get a number. Fine. तो ये बहुत सारे असाइनमेंट्स है एक्चुअली लूप के ऊपर, बट यस एटलीस्ट यू शुड अवेयर व्हाट इज अ फॉर लूप, व्हाइल लूप, व्हाट इज इट इज, व्हाट्स इट्स पर्पस एंड हाउ एग्जैक्टली वी कैन फॉलो इट. ओके, सो हियर what we have completed control flow statements. We have seen conditional, branching and loop concept. 3 important control flow statements we have completed. Now the next topic is arrays. What is arrays in Java? And why we required arrays? So very first if you remember, ठीक है, मैंने suppose example ये already दिया था कि what is the concept, you know, if I want to maintain, you know, multiple student IDs, what I want to do, I want to maintain multiple student IDs. Suppose मेरे पास 5 students है, हर एक का ID या phone number मुझे maintain करना है. So what I'm going to do, suppose मुझे phone number maintain करना है तो I will just write in this way. Okay fine, this is the student 1, ठीक है, student 1 S1 is equal to what, suppose इसका phone number, so I will say in this way, integer S1 and then I will write its phone number जो भी है 9898 जो भी है. Fine. Then suppose integer S2 and I will maintain that particular person phone number. Okay. Integer S3 and I will maintain again a phone number. Okay. integer S4, and then again I will maintain what, one more 4 number, fine, and integer S5. तो total 5 students का मैंने क्या किया है, phone number maintain किया. But now what will happen, जैसे आप एक एक variable को prepare करोगे, and if these variable which are coming from same type, these variables storing similar type of data, so internally memory में क्या होगा, see memory है, it is a computer system memory, some places may be occupied, है ना, तो where the data will implement, suppose ये empty है, तो S1 पहले यहाँ पे generate होगा, S2 यहाँ पे होगा, maybe S3 here, S4 here, S5 here, something like that. So you will get some dynamic memory. Okay, everywhere you are able to see that whenever the memory is empty, at that location you will be able to see this S1, S2, S3, S4, and it is very difficult to track now. Okay, where is the S1? So S1 is here. S2 का location यहाँ पे है, S5 का location यहाँ पे है. So it is very difficult to track every number. Okay, and in fact, so many variables you are using, S1, S2, S3, S4, okay, to maintain same type of data. So what is the concept in programming? In programming, if you want to maintain this similar type of data, and maybe tomorrow, if you want to perform some operations on data, then it is not possible. How you can perform the operations on data? So they simple define one beautiful concept that is called actually data structure. What is data structure? You know, data structure, it is, you know, such a kind of architecture where you can store a data and you can perform operations on that data. But to maintain such a kind of data, okay, they have designed one more data structure. Basically in data structure there are two types, static and dynamic data structure. So you have this concept array. Array is what, actually it is a static data structure. Okay, instead of maintaining so many variable which is coming from same type, तो आप लोग integer के ही types को maintain करोगे. But see, we are referring every variable or every data separately by referring separate variable. So what is a better approach? We should have something जहाँ पे एक ही variable से ये हर एक data को आप refer कर सकते हो, है ना? And it is possible with the help of array. So what is array? Let me tell you. So basically it is a concept of data structure. In every programming language, data structure plays very important role. It is a structure where you can represent a data, where you can store a data, and you can perform operations on that data also. Okay, so there are two different data structures are available. One is called static data structure. Another one is called dynamic data structure. In static structure, we are going to learn array. Okay. In dynamic structure, we have collection interface. This we are going to learn. Fine. What is array? Array is a static data structure. Fine. And let me tell you, we are learning this concept through Java. So in Java, everything is implemented as an object. Okay. So array is also implemented as an object. Array is also implemented as an object where inside a Java programming language. So array क्या है? Array, it is a data structure or it is a static data structure which simple store, okay, all the similar type of element. I will say which store similar types of element, है ना? And array store all the element in a single same memory location. I can say in a continuous memory location, है ना? तो यहाँ पे भी concept है. We can store continuously, okay, at continuous memory location, or we can store it what, in a row wise also, row and column wise also. Okay, because array we have to understand two different types. Array में दो types है guys. एक होता है single dimensional and second होता है मल्टी डायमेंशनल. ओके, सिंगल डायमेंशनल मतलब जैसे कि एक कंटिन्यूअस लोकेशन पे मल्टीपल पार्टीशन में, दिस इज कॉल्ड सिंगल और वन डायमेंशनल, आप डेटा को स्टोर करोगे. मल्टी डायमेंशनल का मीनिंग होता है लाइक दिस, यू नो, देयर कैन बी मल्टीपल रोज, मल्टीपल कॉलम. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? तो टेक्निकल टर्म में व्हाट इज एरे? Array is a static data structure, and data structure का मतलब होता है it is a Architecture, it is a structure where we can represent a data, where we can store a data, we can maintain a data, plus we can perform operations on that data. So please do remember this point. Okay. Static part में अभी हम आज start करेंगे array. Maybe after few sessions we will start with dynamic array also. I mean dynamic collection interface or data structure concept. Right? So what is an array? Array internally implemented as an object in Java, but it is a static data structure which stores similar type of elements only. मतलब जो भी similar type का data होगा वही आप store कर सकते हो in a continuous memory location. यहाँ तक theory part सबको clear है कि array क्या है? So no need to maintain if you have a similar data. मतलब आपके पास अगर collection में data है similar type का है तो no need to declare, no need to use it with a multiple variable guys. एक variable से भी उस data को आप represent कर सकते हो and that is possible with the help of array. ठीक है? तो array में कौन कौन से topic जो important है? Let me first explain. So as I told you, first of all you should understand the types. Yes. Types में सबसे पहले हम cover up करेंगे 1D and second type is 2D. It is called multi-dimensional also. Okay, you can consider multi-dimensional. First of all, we need to understand how we can declare array. Okay, and how we can initialize the array. Before this, we need to understand, okay, what are the ways to define the array. Okay. Array को define करने के कितने ways है? तो let me explain this point first. There are two ways where you can define the array guys. First way, using new keyword. मतलब directly like a class and object hierarchy, we can implement the array. And there is a second way that is called using literal way. What is a literal? Literal का मतलब होता है constant value. Okay. So let me explain one by one. The first way we are going to start. Why new keyword we can follow in array? Because array internally implemented as an object. So yes, you can create an object of array and then you can maintain your data. So for new, let me explain this process. Declaration for new. How you are going to declare an array? You just need to write a data type first. Okay, इसका एक proper syntax है. पहले data type को लिखो. तो suppose example अब मुझे maintain करना है IDs और phone number. So I will be taking suppose integer type. So here I have to maintain integer type. Okay. Any array variable name you can give. Suppose this time let me take SID because I'm maintaining suppose student ID. That will be easy like 10, 20, 30. We can easily manage. So I will be writing here integer SID. But this is not a simple variable. See usually what we do, we write in this way now. SID suppose ये 1 है तो मैं ऐसे लिखूंगी. So only one data we are assigning to this variable. What is the meaning of this statement? Only one data we are assigning to this variable. Correct now? But ये array है. Array can hold collection of similar data type. So you need to write here a square bracket. This is represent what? This is a array variable. This is a spatial variable I can say. Are you understanding? So you have to write type. Any variable name along with a square bracket. Then you can write equal to sign. Yes, obviously object से create करना है तो you have to write new. Again, same data type and here in the bracket, you are going to maintain size of the array. Example, how many elements you want to store? Say I want to store total 3 elements. So what will happen guys? And the semicolon. What will happen if you write this statement? What will happen inside a memory? Inside a memory, automatically you will get 3 continuous location. So memory में क्या होगा? It will search where the 3 locations are available. Those continuous location you will get. See in this way. Okay. And this is a simple represented by which variable? SID array variable. Every array, okay, every memory location, it is based on a particular index value. In Java, index will start with 0. So that is the reason this is the first index. The first element you can store at this index and index starting with 0. Second location index is 1. Third location index is 2. So what is happening here? If you consider this is a 0, that is, this is what? A lower index. I will say, let me write here. Li is what? It is a 0. Upper index kya hai? Upper is what? It is 2. And then what is the size of array? Size of array is 3. We have already declared here. Yes. But can I write in this way? Every time you can calculate size in this way also. Can you just write here, whatever the actual size will be there, okay, or upper index, not size. I will say upper index you can calculate in this way. So upper index के लिए आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हो कि total size minus what? Total size minus 1. You will get upper index, no? Yes or no? 3 minus 1 करो आपको upper index मिलेगा, है ना? Suppose tomorrow I have declared array size is 4. तो 4 minus 1 किया तो total array कितना declare होगा? Total 3, right? That means 0 to 3. Yes or no? So upper index will be 3. Remember this logic. So array को declare करना है, you can write in this way. This is only called declaration. Now what is the point? I have to initialize the value also. See, I want to store some values here, no? So how you can store it? Obviously you can use this index value. So code कैसे लिखना होगा? You have to write array index name first. That is variable name first. And then inside a square bracket you can write that index value, that is 0. क्या store करना है 0th location पे? Suppose मुझे store करना है 10. Fine. So जैसे आप ये statement execute करोगे, it will go to that location and it will store here 10 value. Right? Suppose मैंने लिखा SID of directly 2. I will be maintaining 20. Fine. So SID 2 पे क्या store होगा? 20 store होगा. So tell me, what it will store at SID number 1 if I doesn't, or if I doesn't write any code for that. मैंने नहीं लिखा कि मुझे क्या स्टोर करना है, तो यहाँ पे इंटरनली क्या स्टोर होगा? रिमेंबर वन पॉइंट. सपोज एरे में आप जितना लोकेशन स्टोर करोगे ऑब्वियसली उतना ही डेटा आपको मिलेगा. अगर आपने कुछ स्टोर नहीं किया तो बाय डिफॉल्ट ये क्या स्टोर करेगा? सी एरे का टाइप क्या है? इंटीजर टाइप. तो व्हाट इज द डिफॉल्ट टाइप ऑफ इंटीजर? टेल मी, क्या है डिफॉल्ट टाइप ऑफ इंटीजर? इट इज 0. इट विल स्टोर 0. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग? हाँ, अगर आपको स्टोर करना है एग्जैक्ट वैल्यू, just write a index and then you can write suppose 30, then obviously you will get 30 here. This is the concept that you just need to remember, how you can declare an array, how you can initialize an array. So let me show you. So many things we are going to learn now. Let me just show you how you can implement it. So first of all, let me close all this code and now let me create. If you want, you can create a separate package also. This example, let me create one more separate package. This is a, let me write package name array. Okay, let me write array demo. Okay, and inside this package, I will be creating a separate class now. See, so first I'm going to explain you single dimensional array. So let me write single D array. Okay. कैसे लिखना है लॉजिक? एज आई टोल्ड यू, वेरी फर्स्ट you need to write, this is the first technique we are learning, that is array using, okay, array using new keyword. So remember this technique name. New keyword से करोगे तो कैसे करोगे? तो this is the way. Integer, suppose SID, and this array variable is equal to again new, and then you have to write the data type again in the square bracket. You have to define what size of that array. Suppose I'm writing 3. So that means internally 3 memory locations create होंगे. अब अगर value को set करना है तो कैसे करोगे? See, this is the statement. इसको आप बोल सकते हो, we have just declare array. This is the way we can declare array. How you can initialize? Initialize का मतलब क्या होता है? Initialize का मतलब होता है value को assign करना. Okay? तो initialize कैसे करोगे? Yeah, just a minute. इनिशियलाइज अगर आपको करना है तो आप सिंपल क्या करोगे? यू हैव टू राइट SID इंडेक्स वैल्यू एंड हियर वी कैन सेट द डेटा. एग्जांपल 10. फाइन. देन SID of 1, suppose I am writing 1 is equal to 20. Fine. And SID of 2, I will be writing what? 30. Is that clear? तो ये हुआ इनिशियलाइजेशन पार्ट. Yes everyone? Yes. This is a initialization part. Then after initialization, what we have to do? Yes, ये तो मैंने डिक्लेयर किया. Let's see, let's understand how we can fetch the detail from array. Yes, अगर fetch करना है डेटा, कैसे fetch करोगे? Yes, we have system out statement. Just write here SID of 0. What it will print? Tell me. ये बस आपको प्रिंट करेगा फर्स्ट लोकेशन पे कौन सा डेटा है, तो इट विल प्रिंट 10. लेट्स सी. यस, इंडिपेंडेंटली अगर प्रिंट करना है तो ऐसे कॉल करोगे. सी, यू आर एबल टू सी ओनली 10. सपोज मैंने लिखा ओके सिस्टम ऑन println SID of 2, देन व्हाट द आंसर यू विल एबल टू सी? इट इज 30. कौन सा डेटा है सेकेंड नंबर के इंडेक्स पे? इट इज 30. एंड सपोज आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू कमेंट दिस स्टेटमेंट 1 का डेटा and I'm trying to print that, okay, SID of 1. So this time what we are expecting? See, 0th location पे 10, 2 location पे आपको मिला 30, and what we are expecting at this location now if the data is commented? That means I haven't maintained any data. अगर एक comment है तो ये रन ही नहीं होगा. तो इस केस में आपको मिलेगा default value. Remember this point. You will get default value, है ना? That is default value of integer, that is 0. ठीक है, देखो अभी default value of integer that is 0. So if you execute, see the answer. Can you see you are getting 0? Everybody clear? Suppose I am writing in this way SID of, let's say, 3. Can anybody tell me what the result you will get? One
null value.
Null. Okay, let me tell you. Here you will not get any null. Okay, null is a different concept again. So suppose I have declared this array, है ना? मैंने अभी ये 3 बस साइज का array create किया. मेरे array का नाम है SID, and this is the 0th position, this is 1, and this is 2 position. We don't have, you know, any third position. I don't have this third position, but still I'm trying to access it. So in Java, you will able to see here one beautiful exception. This exception is called array index out of bounds exception. What is exception name? Array index out of bounds exception. That means this is the invalid index whatever you are simple trying to access. Are you understanding? So you will not get 0 here because आपका actual array का size है only 3. 3 अगर size है, total size अगर 3 है, तो मतलब 0 to 2, this is the size of array. तो third नाम का कोई index है ही नहीं, तो 4 भी नहीं है, 5 भी नहीं है, कोई भी number दोगे, you will get only and only exception. So your program will never continue, है ना, from that statement. See this. On line number 18, you are able to see one exception. See this. Can you see 10, 30, 0 मिला, but उसके बाद this is the exception. Now let's understand how to read this. Okay, देखो red color में कुछ exception आ रहा है, exception in thread main. Okay, and it is available where? See the next line at array demo single d array. This is the name of my class, and see in this line number 18. Can you see single d array dot java and line number 18? If you click, see this line is highlighted. So यहाँ पे आपको क्या मिला? Exception मिला. And what is that exception? So it is given here. Java.lang array index out of bounds exception. Do remember this exception, everybody. So what the exception is saying? Index 3 is out of bounds for length 3. मतलब index 3 incorrect है. It is out of bound for length 3. Everybody clear? So you will able to see what? Exception here. And this statement then, after this whatever will be there, you are not able to execute. See exception का काम क्या होता है ना? Exception will simply interrupt the flow of execution. मतलब इस लाइन के बाद suppose मैंने कुछ लिखा है, example I have written hello. So what do you think? अगर मेरे प्रोग्राम में लाइन नंबर 18 पे exception है, तो will I get this message? Hello? No, it will stop the execution on that line number 18. You are not able to see 19 statement. That means that hello statement. See this. One more time I'm executing. See, immediately it will stop on which line? Line number 18. You are not able to still continue with line number 19. And that is the reason, you know, we have a separate concept to understand how we can handle such an exception. अगर ये भी आपको हैंडल करना है, यू नीड टू कंप्लीट द नेक्स्ट स्टेटमेंट आल्सो, कंटिन्यू करना है, तो कैसे करोगे? तो दिस इज द लास्ट टॉपिक फ्रॉम जावा जो हम लर्न करेंगे, एक्सेप्शन हैंडलिंग। बट क्या ये थोड़ा सा टॉपिक क्लियर है? कैसे आप लोग अगर गलत इंडेक्सिंग प्रोवाइड करोगे तो अरे ऑलवेज थ्रो वन एक्सेप्शन, यस और नो? And this is what exception? Array index out of bounds exception. So tell me, suppose I'm writing something like this, SID of -1. Can you guys tell me what is the output of this statement now? Tell me. SID of -1, what it will return to me? 0, null, or something else?
Out of bound.
Very good. Exception again. Very quick answer. It should be very quick answer. Obviously -1 तो है ही नहीं, तो -1 पे क्या रिटर्न होगा? It will simple return you one more time the exception only. See, -1 is out of bound for length 3. Array index out of bound exception you are able to see. Everybody clear? So remember one point. Array में whenever you create any array, indexing always start with a 0 only. Okay, and it is a rule for Java actually. जावा में जो भी इंडेक्सिंग स्टार्ट होता है, इट विल ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद 0. जो भी साइज दोगे, साइज -1 करोगे, यू आर एबल टू सी दैट अपर इंडेक्स. मतलब मैंने अगर 4 का एरे क्रिएट किया है, टोटल साइज इज 4, तो अपर इंडेक्स का साइज होगा 3. टोटल साइज इज 5, तो अपर इंडेक्स का साइज होगा 4, राइट? सो डू रिमेंबर दिस. तो 0 to 4 लोकेशन यू विल एबल टू सी. And if anything out of that particular index, if you provide anything, you will get exception. Array index out of bounds exception. क्या ये point clear है? Right?
Yes, sir.
So in this way we can declare array. In this way we can initialize the array. तो चलो मुझे ये भी सीखना है how I can iterate a array. अगर मुझे iterate करना है मतलब all values if I want to print one by one, how we can iterate a array? Tell me. Array को iterate कैसे करोगे? What do you think? अब array में continuous memory location पे डेटा है, तो आप लोग iterate कैसे करोगे? See, every time I just need to go to the array, जो भी value है उसको return करो, next go to the next location, whatever value return it, go to the next, return it. What concept I can apply here? कैसे करेंगे iterate आप? One by one, go to location and fetch the data. Guys, already we have learned now. अगर मल्टीपल टाइम रिपीट कुछ करना है तो क्या यूज करेंगे हम लोग? लूप यूज करेंगे. एंड लूप में कौन सा लूप? नाउ यू आर अवेयर द इटरेशन ना. अगर एरे में
For loop.
एग्जैक्टली 4 एलिमेंट्स है तो 4 टाइम ही मुझे इटरेट करना होगा. 5 एलिमेंट्स है तो 5 टाइम ही करना होगा. मतलब साइज इज फिक्स ना. एरे का एक लिमिटेशन भी है. जब एक साइज डिफाइन करोगे तो साइज इज फिक्स. ओके, एवरी टाइम सपोज मैंने डिक्लेयर किया टोटल 10 लोकेशन का एरे, मैंने लिखा SID of 10 और इंटीजर ऑफ 10, व्हाट विल हैपन? आई विल गेट अ 10 लोकेशन. व्हाट इज द लिमिटेशन? एंड इफ आई कीप ओनली 5 लोकेशंस डेटा, तो मैंने बस यहाँ पे डेटा कीप किया, ठीक है. रिमेनिंग 5 लोकेशंस विल बी वेस्ट ना. तो एरे का एक लिमिटेशन है, एरे साइज ऑलवेज फिक्स. ओके, एरे का साइज हमेशा फिक्स्ड होता है. तो रिमेंबर दिस पॉइंट. तो एटलीस्ट आपके पास जितने नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स है उतना टाइम हमें इटरेट करना है. वी नीड टू फेच द वैल्यू, सो वी कैन डायरेक्टली यूज हियर फॉर लूप गाइस. वेरी सिंपल. तो टेल मी हाउ टू राइट अ फॉर लूप फॉर दिस एरे. कैसे लिखूं मैं फॉर लूप? आई शुड स्टार्ट विथ व्हाट? इंटीजर. आई शुड स्टार्ट विथ व्हाट? अब एरे को कहां से इटरेट स्टार्ट करना है? 0. वेरी गुड. तो हमें लिखना है 0. फाइन. कहां तक इटरेट करना है? टेल मी. अपर इंडेक्स तक. तो वेयर इज द अपर इंडेक्स? कितने साइज का एरे है? 3 है ना. तो मतलब आई शुड बी लेस देन इक्वल टू व्हाट? जब तक आई लेस देन इक्वल टू 2 है तब तक क्या करो? इटरेट करो. वेरी सिंपल. एंड क्या करना है? i प्लस प्लस करो, राइट? बिकॉज एवरी टाइम द एरे काउंट और दैट इंडेक्स लोकेशन शुड बी इंक्रीज. 0 के बाद 1, 1 के बाद 2, समथिंग लाइक दैट. एंड व्हाट वी हैव टू प्रिंट? टेल मी. प्रिंट कैसे करोगे? तो यू हैव टू राइट SID एरे नेम, एंड यहाँ पे क्या पास करना पड़ता है? इंडेक्स वैल्यू. बट अब इंडेक्स कहाँ पे है? कौन से वेरिएबल में मैंने स्टोर किया है इंडेक्स? I. So I will be passing here I. That's it. And see the result. If you execute, oh, just a minute, let me comment this, -1 also. And now let me run it. So you are not able to see now exception. You will get a result. Can you see? So it's 10, 0 and 30. Okay, let me just comment out this part also, uncomment this. So you will get 10, 20, 30. Just observe. You will get 10, 20, 30. थोड़ा सा इसको भी कमेंट करते हैं इंडिपेंडेंट वैल्यूज को. So you are able to see only iteration. See, only 10, 20, 30. Got it, everybody? चलो एक और पॉइंट. How to calculate directly length of array? Length of array अगर calculate करना है तो कैसे करो? ठीक है, जावा में if you want to calculate length of array, then we have a direct function, or sorry, direct variable, guys, not function. That is called length variable. So you just need to write, okay, fine, I will be writing a message first. Array length is, and then I will be writing here what? See the array name, that is SID dot. Dot karo. See, SID is now object here, correct now? So I can access a method and variable from the same. So I just need to use SID dot. And see here one variable available, that is a length variable, जो आपको return करेगा integer value. So what is the total length of array? It will print you what? 3. Just observe. So पहले मुझे मिलेगा array length is 3 and this is the length or this is the data of array. Everybody clear? कि यहाँ तक सबको क्लियर है कैसे आप array को डिक्लेयर करोगे, डिफाइन करोगे एंड प्रिंट करोगे?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me show you with multiple examples. Is that mean कि array में हम कोई भी other data store कर सकते हैं? Yes, but data should be of same type. Example, I can create in this way. Suppose I'm creating string type of array. ठीक है? Or let me just create first of all, let's say double. Okay, double type का कोई array. So example, D array. Let me just write, let's say कुछ marks, or let me just write salary. है ना? Salary का कुछ array है. So I will be maintaining in this way. Okay, and I just need to write what again? New. Then I can see, okay, fine, this is a double. And again, suppose I'm just maintaining 2 as a size. Fine. So here I have to write now salary of 0. First of all, salary of 0. Suppose it is 89.78 something. And then I will be writing what? Again, salary. Okay, salary of 1. है ना? 1 is equal to suppose 99 point something. Okay, fine. This is the salary. So how to calculate length of this array? Tell me. Length of array is. क्या कैसे calculate करोगे? Array variable name, that is salary. Salary dot what? Length variable. Remember the point. Length variable को use करो. ये आपको salary return करेगा. And iterate कैसे करोगे? You have to start with again for integer. I should start with 0. I should be less than equal to what? Now, there is one more twist. If you have a direct length, so instead of this, can I write here SID, not SID. What is the name of array? Salary. Salary dot length. Can I directly apply? Yes, we can. And you can directly write in this way. तो no need to calculate कि वो last index क्या होगा. जितना भी length है वहां तक iterate करो, है ना? And क्या करना है? We have to print what? Only salary of that ith value. Whatever the ith value will be there, उसका salary print करो. See this time. So पहले आपको मिलेगा integer वाला array and then आपको मिलेगा double array. See, length of array is 2 and this is the data. Easy, everybody. How we can create an array and how we can maintain a data. So example, if I'm creating any string type, string example name, okay, and or let me just write string location, fine, location array. And here what we can do, okay, not in this way. Let me write first traditional way, new keyword base, new, and I can write what again, let's say the string type only, yes. And suppose I am just going to maintain one more time 2 or 3 locations only, fine, okay. And then we can write now location of what? 0. 0 is equal to what? Suppose मुझे string में देना है तो data type should be same. मुझे देना है सबसे पहले पुणे, yes. Then location of 1. Suppose मुझे देना है यहाँ पे मुंबई, okay. Then suppose location of 2, right? and here I can maintain what? Again, suppose Delhi. Fine. In this way, we can add a location. So if you want to calculate again length, so just write a code. Length of array is, and here what you can do, you can just write location dot length. That's it. And finally, इसको iterate कैसे करोगे? For one more time integer, I should start with 0. I should be less than what? Location dot length. जो भी location का size होगा वहां तक iterate करो. No need to calculate the last index now. है ना? It's very simple. And here you can just write what? Simple location of that I. Let's see one more time. Run as Java application. See, array length is 3 and these are the 3 locations. Everybody clear? Yes, everyone. How to declare an array using new keyword? I have just shown you one concept. New keyword से कैसे लिखोगे, कैसे इसको print करोगे. But we have another way also. What is the another way? Using literal. See, in new keyword, every time पहले declaration करो, है ना? हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? Basically, we are declaring it separately. Plus हम उसको initialize भी separately कर रहे हैं. अब हम literal way में क्या करेंगे? Literal is a very beautiful and very fast way. So you just need to write in this way. Suppose array है SID, so I will write in this way. SID. No need to write separately. आप यहीं पे curly brace में data को लिखो, जैसे कि 10, 20, 30. It will internally create that only 3 locations, whatever the data you have prepared here, and it will store the data directly here. 0, 1, 2 position only. So this is a very simple way. No need to write multiple statements like this, जैसे हमने अभी follow किया है. So we can implement array in the literal way also. Can I show you? Let's see. After this, suppose if I want to maintain one literal array. And here I am going to maintain one marks. Suppose marks of the students. So let me take again integer, and these are the marks. Okay. And here I can maintain in this way. Very, very simple. Just लिखो आपके marks. Example, किसी student को मिला है 40. Okay, किसी को मिला है 50. Let's say 20. Again 40. Again 30. That's it. कितने elements मैंने लिखे फिर? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So what the answer you will get? If you apply length of array is, can I write here? Marks dot length. Yes. What is the output of this code? It will be how much? 5. How come 4? Length कितना है? Total कितना data है? 5. So you will get 5 data, not 4. Okay. And here you can iterate. See, I can write in this way. Integer I is equal to what? It should start with integer I is equal to 0. I should be less than what? I will say marks dot length. जितना भी length है वहां तक iterate करो. And then you can write in this way ना. Yes. Print किसको करना है? Marks के ith variable को print करो. See this beauty. Can you see? Total elements are 5 and 40, 50, 20, 40, 30, whatever you have written, you are able to see the result. Everybody clear? How you can simply print the element of array? So this is what? This is a literal way. Let me write. Using literal way. In this way you can define, and I can say it is quite simple, है ना? हमें multiple statement लिखना नहीं पड़ेगा, indexing को focus नहीं करना पड़ेगा, but internally it will work as per the index. Example, suppose let me show you here. Before length, it should print what? A specific index value. Example, I will be writing marks is equal to 3. Can anybody tell me what the answer you will able to see here? Third number की position पे क्या मिलेगा आपको? 40. Because this is the 0th position. ये first position है, ये second, and this is a third position. So obviously it should return you 40. Let's see. कि अगर independent call करेंगे तो क्या सही data return हो रहा है? Yes, it is coming. Everybody clear? So 40 is the data, then length of the array 5, and then आपका result. And see, इसके पहले वाला code आपको यहाँ पे मिलेगा. Everybody clear? What is the array and how to print in this way? So which array is this? This is a single dimensional array. Okay. Tomorrow I will be covering one more topic in the single dimensional. So every time, as I told you, कि Java में, in Java programming, 4 loops are available. एक होता है सिंपल फॉर लूप, सेकेंड होता है while loop, and there is a one more do while loop. Along with that we have one more enhance for loop, है ना, enhance for loop. और this for loop को आप बोल सकते हो for each loop. So tomorrow I will explain you what is meant by for each loop. For each is very special only in array. Okay, whenever you have data in a bunch collection, तभी आप इसको अप्लाई कर सकते हो. जब आपका array है और मे बी कलेक्शन है, तभी आप इस लूप को फॉलो कर सकते हो. Everybody clear? So what is the purpose of for each loop? Tomorrow we will see. Tomorrow I will explain you one more interesting topic, and then we will cover what? A two-dimensional, that means multi-dimensional array. So remember, in array only these things are important. Representation कैसे करोगे? Using simple new keyword or literal keyword, sorry, using literal, and then for each loop कैसे apply करोगे, and the types of array. Only these things you should know. Today we have seen only one dimensional, okay, only one type of array, that is one dimensional array or a single dimensional array. So everybody, I think this concept is clear. Whatever we have discussed so far, it is clear. Yes, tell me quickly, any doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if in case of any kind of question, any doubt, any query, you can ask. Okay, there is no issue. Okay, done. Very good. So just practice this. ये जितने भी arrays मैंने show किए हैं, इसके जैसे कोई arrays को prepare करो. Try to fetch the value if you are passing valid index. Try to fetch a value if you are passing invalid index. Whether you are able to see that exception, which exception? Array index out of bounds exception. And then you can go ahead with iteration. Okay, tomorrow we will see some rest of the topics. So let me stop the session and be ready for this weekend. I will be taking your extra session, please. Okay, on Saturday itself. But only the thing is, I will update you the timing only like on Friday. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Take care. We'll meet again tomorrow.